dreams in our eyes. The crowds roar like a storm on the wind. We're the underdogs fighting again.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of Stateside Footy. And for the first time this summer, it is not an MLS live stream. It is a Club World Cup live stream live from Miami, Florida at the Hard Rock Stadium. It is Inter Miami versus Ahly. And I got to be honest with you, man, I'm absolutely fired up for this one. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in right now. The chat room is going to be open. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons because we are on a race to 1,000 subs. And the fabulous person that reaches that 100 is going to get quite an interesting gift from me to you. So there is incentive, and of course, once we reach our subs, then we can do all that good membership stuff. And at that point, man, we can just have a party with this channel. So anyway. All that's out of the way. Inter Miami versus Ahly. And I got to be honest with you, I love this tournament. And the reason why I love this tournament is because for MLS sides, it's a way to gauge the strength of their squads. For a team like Ahly that sits in the Egyptian Premier League, it's an opportunity for them to showcase their talent, considering that there are top clubs around the world competing in this tournament. So it's a way for coaches to look at players. And it's just an opportunity for under-the-radar players to make a statement this summer for a potential move abroad. That's why I love this tournament. And I got to be honest with you, man, I'm fired up for this one. As we welcome Wayne Bonner, my guy, man, Wayne Bonner. He says, good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I hope you're all well and having a great weekend. Yes, Wayne, I'm actually happy that you're here. All right, let's get into it, man. Ahly versus Inter Miami, as we're going to look at the starting 11 for Inter Miami, the MLS side that is currently sitting third in the Eastern Conference right now. They sit 29 points through 16 matches, 8 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses, 36 goals, 27 against. They have a goal differential of 9. And today, they will have a starting 11 that looks like this. How about I just do this real quick? How about I just bring it up to you guys? You guys can actually just see it, and I don't necessarily have to do the entire spiel. All right, there it is right there. And in the back, it's going to be Ostari in goal. The back line for Inter Miami is going to be Frey at the right back position with Avalas and Falcone as the center back pairing, and Allen will be out on the left. The double pivot of Sergio Busquets and Redondo. The midfield three will be Allende on the right, Leo Messi at the 10, and Segovia is going to be on the left-hand side with Luis Suarez up top playing the 9. For the Egyptian side, Ahly in goal will be El Shenawi with a back four of Kuka, Dari, Ibrahim, and Hani. a midfield three of Fati, Atia, and Ben Ramande. And then, of course, the attacking three of Trezeguet and Ashore, and at the number 9 is going to be Ahly. So there you go. So this one, I got to be honest with you, man. I'm actually quite fired up for this one because it's an opportunity to watch a team in a league that I really have no idea about. I got to be honest with you. I watch a lot of world football, but I, for the life of me, can't tell you anything about the Egyptian Premier League. But what I can tell you is Al Ahly is sitting at the top of the Egyptian Premier League with 58 points, 2 points clear of Pyramids. They've won 5 straight, and they've only played. Looks like, actually, they're in the playoff right now. But in the regular season, well, anyway, they won the season with 58 points. And it looks like they had 11 wins, 6 draws, no losses. In the playoffs, it looks like they've absolutely dominated as well, too. So let's just understand that, number one, that Al Ahly, as far as Egyptian football is concerned, they right now are the top dogs in Egypt. As for Inter Miami, it's been a tumultuous year, and I'll be the first one to say it. What's up, Paul Brown? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, especially for those that are in Australia. For those that are tuning in from the Egyptian sides, man, it's good to have you as well, too. Maybe you can flood our chat room and let us know a little bit about Al Ahly as we are getting set for this one. As far as Inter Miami, and I think it should be known that this season was about 2 things. It was about the CONCACAF Champions League, and it was about MLS Cup. Unfortunately, when you look at Miami's strengths, Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Jordi Alba, who is not playing tonight, this team is a little bit on the older side. They were trying to be a little bit more conservative when it came to Messi and Luis Suarez, managing minutes early, managing the way that they use their rotation in the CONCACAF Champions League, only to go out in the semifinals. So they missed their first objective. But that being said, the league necessarily hasn't gone their way. Yes, they're in 3rd place in the East. So they're going to be, I would probably assume by the end of the season, they will be in a playoff spot. But that being said, do they actually have the horses that are going to be able to carry them to MLS Cup? I don't know. I don't think so. Last year, they get bumped out in the first round of the playoffs. And the question is whether they were going to be able to get back and to make a deep run, as we are waiting for the starting lineups for Al Ahly to be announced, and we are almost set for kickoff here live from Miami, Florida at Hard Rock Stadium, and it looks to be not a bad crowd tonight. But that being said, when it comes to this showdown, the fact that Miami gets to play in a stadium like this, they're essentially on home turf. You would probably assume that this might favor them. That being said, man, Al Ahly kind of scares me a little bit. Again, I know nothing about him. I have no foot to stand on because I can't necessarily tell you a lot about him. But that being said, earlier this afternoon, man, I was watching some videos on Al Ahly, and it looks like that team is unbelievably quick. That team's got speed. And I would probably assume that they are going to showcase. They're going to showcase that this afternoon. The question is whether or not is Leo Messi going to be able to provide some sparks for Inter Miami? That's going to be the question tonight, because obviously the attacking 4 is going straight through their number 10. And the question is Messi still got it? This is why Inter Miami's in this tournament, which was granted to them last season after winning Supporter Shield. And it was unfortunate that they were able to be put in this one. But that being said, they got the marquee player, which is Leo Messi. So that's why Miami is here. And of course, this tournament largely, especially when it was announced it was going to be in the United States, it was largely based on the fact that Leo Messi came to Major League Soccer. They were going to figure out a way to get him here into this tournament. And sure enough, He's here. Interesting thing though is the I guess you could say the unsung hero of Inter Miami might be Luis Suarez, the former Liverpool striker, the guy that my neighbor effectively calls him Chomper, because if you guys remember in international play a few years back when he was playing for Argentina, I think he tried to bite somebody's ear off. But last year, I think he actually had like a 20-goal season last year for Inter Miami, quietly under the radar. And this year has actually played pretty well as well too. But again, no Jordi Alba today for Inter Miami, but Sergio Busquets will be playing. Luis Suarez is playing, and of course, Leo Messi is playing for Inter Miami as we are getting set for kick. And there's Luis Suarez right there, looking pretty determined. Looks like it's a pretty young team for Ahly. And again, they sit atop of the Egyptian Premier League. So we are ready for kick, guys. And of course, the chat room is open tonight. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons because we are on a mission on Stateside Footy to get to 1,000 subs. And we would definitely appreciate that as we are getting set for the opening kick here from Miami, Florida. As we are almost ready to go. As Ahly has got four stars above their crest, showcasing the 4 championships that they boast. I don't know, though, right? What does it mean to win the Egyptian Premier League? I don't know. I don't know exactly what that necessarily means. I wonder what kind of Champions League that they're a part of. I wonder if they're a part of the Asian Champions League, the same tournament that the Saudi Pro League competes in. I have no idea. As Ahly will kick it off, as they're going to try to play this one central, as that ball's going to be played all the way out to the right. And that's going to ricochet, I believe, off of Frey. And it'll be a throw-in for Ahly as that ball's played in quick. Kickback is that they're going to have to try to play this one back all the way centrally. And it's going to be picked up by their left back as they're going to try to push this up the left-hand side. Cutting in. Finds their striker, but right there, that's a turnover. Now Miami will try to hit on the counter as they're going to try to play a give and go. And it didn't look like Redondo was there. Excuse me, Segovia. My bad. And Inter Miami will have possession here, as they're going to try to play this one over the top. Good deflection, good header out there, but right there, Miami will kick it, as they're going to try to play this forward. Played it in. Suarez is going to lay one off, but that's good defense right there, as that ball's going to, instead of getting out for a corner, it's going to be played off to the side, off the touchline, so it'll be a Miami throw-in off the left-hand side. As they're going to have to play this back to try to reset it in Ahly territory. Good cross right down there to Frey as they're going to try to play this one up the right-hand side. Played it into Redondo. And Frey will retrieve it after the bounce. Here's Redondo keeping it in along the touchline. Try to play it forward, and there's some good defense right there by Ahly. And now they're going to try to counter by playing one way over the top, trying to get onto some speed. Oh, that was some good defense. And it looks like Falcon was there to clean it up. And now Miami's going to try to reset here. Down to Falcon, who's going to try to push this one up the field. Both teams 2 minutes in are trying to feel each other out, trying to take shots down the pitch on both sides. Here's Redondo. Messi. That ball's going to be poked away. Frey stays on top of it. Going to try to play it forward a little too heavy on the touch right there, as that ball's going to get out for a corner kick. So Miami trying their damnedest right now to try to get numbers forward, but Ahly very strong on defense early. As the head coach of Ahly, Jose Riverio, not an Egyptian national right there, so it is what it is. As Ahly is going to try to play this out the back, and they do. As their left center back is going to try to play this one. And he's looking for a place to go. There's just no numbers right there as Miami is going to try to press now. As that ball is going to kick out to their left back. As they're going to try to play it forward. Oh, I think that's going to get out right there, 100%. Along the touchline there. I think that's going to be a Miami throw-in. So far, both teams are doing an excellent job of trying to get numbers forward. Both teams trying to take shots over the top as they were trying to ping that one forward for Messi, but it's going to go out off a Ahly defender as they were trying to get Messi in space. Oh, here's Frey. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a corner? It is not. As they had a nice little run right there into the box as Frey was coming off the left-hand side. Could not get a shot off as he couldn't control the dribble right there, but it goes off his foot, out of bounds, goal kick. So here's Ahly now as they're going to continue to try to play out the back. As the left back will try to play this one forward up the left-hand side. Played into the middle, centrally. Ball forward. Oh, he's 1v1. Here's the shot. Ooh, save. Ooh. Ooh. As Ahly played a ball absolutely centrally, a nice little through ball, hit their number 9 on the run. A very clean pass right there, but I think that what they're going to say is that one was offside. But he was 1v1 versus the keeper, and that was an excellent save. But I do believe they're going to whistle Ahly for offside right there. I don't think he had the timing of his run right there. Looked to be a little offside. So Miami here will regain possession here as they're going to try to play this forward. And that's just a little too heavy. As it looked like they had Alvaro right there open, but that ball was just a little too heavy. And there's a turnover. I guess there's going to be a whistle right there against Sergio Busquets right there. And Ahly will take possession right there. So both teams, man, aggressive. I absolutely love it as well, too. Both teams are willing to be, to be brave, putting balls over the top, testing their center backs. I absolutely love it. Ahly probably had the best opportunity so far, except that that forward run right there was deemed to be offsides. Yeah, as that ball is going to get played well over the top. And here's Ahly trying to keep it in. And I think they're going to say that one was out. Yeah, that one's going to get out. But what I love about this so far is Ahly is showing no fear whatsoever. They are not intimidated at all, intimidated at all by Miami at this point. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. This right now, I got to say, this right now has the makings of something that is absolutely going to be entertaining. It looks like Miami showed up ready to play. They are playing with a lot of energy so far. I mean, granted, we're only 7 minutes into the first half. There's a lot of football left to be played, but it definitely looks like, Miami's brought their energy as well, too. But right now, you can see the pressing and the speed and the determination of Ahly. And they look to be flying out there. Miami's going to have to figure a way to play through certain things because it looks like Ahly is not afraid to press. But here's Frey right now off the left-hand side. He's going to play this one back. Here's Falcone, who's going to play this forward. That's a nice little ball dropped off. And that's going to take a bump off Sergio Busquets. And now they got two guys running forward. Here comes Ahly. Plays it forward. There's the shot. Ooh, what a save. What a save as Ashore came in 2v1 against a Miami defender as the ball was laid off to Ashore. and he puts one on, but that was a hell of a save. And now here's Messi. Messi's going to try to lay one forward. Yeah, that's just a little too high, and that's going to be corralled by their keeper and El Shenawi. Nice little opportunity right there off the counter attack by Miami. Messi is getting forward in space, but unfortunately, that lead pass was just a little too weighted. And here comes Ahly on the counter. That ball, I have no idea what the hell that was. That was supposed to be a through ball right there, but it looked like Ahly did not even try to attempt a run right there. So here comes Miami. And there's the ball forward. Ooh. Interesting. And it looked like Segovia trying to play it in. Here's Messi trying to play it forward. Good deflection. And here comes Ahly playing it forward. They're going to play this out left. Here comes Segozius cutting in. Ooh, good defense. Good defense right there by Miami. And here's Redondo who's going to play it into Sergio Busquets. And that ball is going to get played back. And that ball is going to get played all the way down the right-hand side. Here's Frey trying to bump it forward, and that's some good defense. That ball is going to get out. And it'll be a Miami throw-in. 10 minutes in, no score yet. And that ball is going to get thrown all the way back between the back to the midline. Here's Aviles, who's going to lay this off for Falcone up the left-hand side. Falcone cuts. And he's going to play it all the way back to the keeper, Ustari. And Miami will have to reset. Here's Aviles. And that ball is going to get played. Tried to get played up the left-hand side to no avail. As Suarez gets his back pocket picked. And now Ahly will have possession as they're going to try to work this down the left-hand side. And they do. A nice little flick on. And Ben Rahman is going to get picked by Redondo. And here comes Miami now with possession. Here's Falcone playing it up the left-hand side. Here's Aviles. Here's Frey coming up the right-hand side. 1v1 cuts in. Nice move by Frey. Ooh. And here's Messi. Back to Frey. Aviles. And Busquets is going to play this one all the way back. But now Miami is going to reset. Here's Busquets. That was a nice opportunity right there. Here's Messi over the top. Oh, great defense right there. And there's a whistle. Looks like there's going to be a handball on Ahly as that ball was headed back. Great defense by Ahly, but as the ball was coming down, there was a definite handball. And it looks like there's going to be a free kick now. So Miami's going to have their first opportunity. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Leo Messi is going to be standing over this one. Oh, Ahly. They've had two very good scoring opportunities so far. Just Ahly just could not put a good shot on net. Very direct with their shots. And I think we're going to see a substitution right now as Zizo is looking like he's about to come in for Ahly. As there is a man down here. And it looks like it's going to be Ahly. Their number 9. Check it. As that was Ayman Ashur who is down. And the question is whether he's going to come out now, as he's looking like he's holding his left pec there. Excuse me, his right pec. And I think that just might be it. Poor kid, man. Amen Ashore will definitely come out now. Looks like the young man is crying. Something must have happened. Looked like he might have tore a pec, but here comes Azor. No, it's Zizo. So here we go, man. Inter Miami. And now the substitution has come into play. As Inter Miami will stand about 20 yards away from goal off the right-hand side. Leo Messi is standing over this one. Here's the ball that's whipped in just over the crossbar. You had a feeling Leo Messi was going to take that one. He was going to put one on, and that ball was just about a good 2 feet above the crossbar right there, and good free kick right there by Messi. As Ahly now will try to play from the back, as that ball is going to get flinged out of bounds. Not a good goal kick, as that one's going to get out. It's going to be a Miami throw. As that ball's going to get played back. Here's Avila's. Very, very, very interesting so far. Both teams definitely trying their best to take their, take their shots, getting behind it, using their speed. I definitely like the way Miami's attacking right now. That entire right side is absolutely getting exploited with Frey, but Ahly is being able to switch and getting back on defense. Speaking of which, here's Frey off the right-hand side. They're going to try to play this one forward. There's nowhere to go, so Frey's going to have to play this one back to Avila's at the halfway line. Here's Falcone, as that ball is going to get shot down the left-hand side now, as they're going to try to cycle this one. Back to Falcone. Play it centrally to Redondo. Redondo to Avila's. Here's Messi running deep to take a touch. Nice little play right there. Give and go as they try to find Messi through traffic. Not going to happen. Nice little pass right there from Ahly, as they're going to have to try to keep possession, because Miami is pressing, as that ball is going to get played all the way back to their keeper. As that ball is going to get switched all the way to the right-hand side. Chipped forward. Oh, no whistle. Yeah, there's a whistle. Yeah, 100% there's a whistle. That's going to be on Falcone right there. As that ball was chipped forward, he tried to play it forward, and Falcone drags him down to the ground. 100%. That's going to be a whistle. So there will be a free kick real quick for Ahly. As play resumes, as that ball is going to get switched down the left-hand side for Ahly to the left back right there. Oh, nice little pass centrally, as they're going to try to chip this one down. That's a nice little through ball. 1v1. They probably should have whipped it in right there. Nice play. Chipped forward in the box. Corralled right there by Ustare. Good ball movement right there from Ahly, as they were threatening in the box right there. There's a turnover. As they're going to lay this off a little centrally. Out to the left-hand side. Here's Desaras. He's going to lay it off. That's going to get played all the way back to their left back. They're going to try to play this forward, and that's a nice little pass centrally. All the way out to the right-hand side. That ball's going to get played forward. Good defense right there by Miami to cut down that angle, as they had a runner moving into the box right there. Nice angle taken to get to that ball, so Miami will get possession. Here's Avila's playing it all the way down to Frey on the right-hand side. Frey is going to lay this one back. as Busquets will play it back to Ustare, and Miami will start again. Credit Ahly because they are pressing. There's a turnover. There's a whistle. Oh, that's going to go against Frey. So now all of a sudden, Ahly has got themselves a free kick deep into Miami's territory. This feels like a goal situation because it feels like the momentum right now has kind of swung a little bit to Ahly's side. Oh, dude, home dude got his pants pulled down. It's Frey, Frey got burnt right there. Trying to push the ball forward. Here's the ball. It's going to whipped in. Ooh, good defense by Falcone. But there's the speed of Ahly retrieving the ball. There's the ball whipped. Tip forward. Ooh, shot, and that's a save. Oh, saved by Ustare. As Miami's going to try to play this one quickly. Down the left-hand side. And they're going to hold for a second. Here's Sergio Busquets. And Falcone, they lay it off to Falcone. Here's the Vilas, back to Falcone. As Miami's going to try to reset and get this ball forward. As Falcone sits at the midway line, he's going to play it all the way down to Redondo off the right. Redondo back to Avilas. Back to Falcone, who's going to lay it forward. So here comes Miami down the left-hand side. As they stop, cut, play it into Messi, who's going to lay this one forward. Nice little run right there. Good save right there by their goalkeepers. Allen made a nice little run. Good instincts by the keeper to come up and swipe that one. And now quickly there's the throw. Is that Ahly is going to try to reset this one. I love the courage by Inter Miami to return quickly on that counter. As soon as that save was made, they played it forward. In transition, trying to get numbers forward. I absolutely love it. Trying to get Ahly caught out of position. As they are cycling right now between the center backs. As Ahly is going to try to play this centrally, trying to get forward. Nice little pass forward. Just a quick reminder, Sunday at 11:30 a.m., PSG versus Atletico Madrid. I actually might do that game tomorrow, by the way. Ooh. Good defense right there by Ahly. And that ball's going to get out. I think that might be a corner right there. I think that was absolutely a bad decision right there by Sergio Busquets. Trying to clear it, ball hits off his leg, and that's going to get out for a corner. Unbelievable. So we have Casey Flockhart. How do I have in Tottenham transfer news? I don't know, Casey. I don't know. Wayne Bonner checks in. He says, I hear we've signed Tell permanently. I think I've heard that as well, too. Damn, I haven't heard Busquets in a long time. Yeah, he's with Inter Miami in Major League Soccer. As here comes Ahly right now. Off the nice little pass in, laid off. They're gonna try to work around. Right outside the box on the right-hand side, cuts in, shoots over the crossbar. Over the crossbar. Gutsy play by Ahly as the Egyptian faithful is in Miami so far in the away supporter section. They are absolutely doing their job to will on their side. But yeah, Sergio Busquets, man, Inter Miami. He's been there, I think, for a couple years. As Miami will take over from the goal kick as Redondo is going to lay this one back. Here's Avilas up to Falcone, and it's got to lay it back to Avilas as now he's kind of moving forward here as we're getting to the halfway line, as he stops, plays it forward. Here's Allen now into Suarez. And Allen's going to play this all the way back to Falcone now. And so Miami's going to try to reset here, trying to figure out exactly how they're going to move forward. Frey's wide open down the right-hand side. That ball's going to hit him, and that ball's just way over the head of Frey. And unfortunately, that ball is going to be a throw-in for Ahly. Nice little touch right there, but that ball's going to get turned over. Miami in possession. And so Miami will restart again with Falcone. Here's Vilas. As they got Messi on the touchline right there. That's a bad pass forward because it's just too heavy of a touch. And now here comes Ahly on the counter. Cutting in. That's going to be a yellow right there, 100%. 100% a foul. Good foul, by the way, because you know what? You're not going to let a dude run free right down the middle of the pitch. And no doubt about it. So, yes, Zizou is going to get the free kick, and that was Avila's right there, the center back, who just stepped in and absolutely crosses over with his right leg as Zizou goes down to the turf. That is a yellow card right there for Thomas Aviles. And now Ahly will have a free kick here, probably from about, I'm going to say about 35 yards, well outside the 18-yard box. Kind of left centrally a little bit. And it looks like it's going to be Zizou who's going to take this. Ball whipped in, and right there to the keeper. No doubt about that one. That was just too heavy of a free kick right there with the bounce. Like he was looking for one of two runners that actually made pretty good runs right there, but it was just a little too heavy of a touch right there, as Ustare is going to corral this one. So Inter Miami will have possession again. Here comes Segovia. Suarez. Back to Falcone. Here's Messi. As that one goes back to Falcone. The question is Messi's actually playing a hell of a lot deeper right now. There's all the way up to Segovia. Messi finds him off the left-hand side. Ball's going to get whipped in, headed away. Nice little hustle play by Suarez as Frey is going to try to put one on, and that goes just over the bar. Nice shot right there by Frey. He put a nice curve on that ball. It just goes wide and a little over. Good opportunity right there from Frey. He's actually looked pretty good so far, man. We're 26 minutes here in the first half. And Frey has just been a monster down that right-hand side as, the overlapping runs have left him absolutely wide open. Here's Sergio Busquets. There's a quick whistle, and Miami's going to play this quickly. And that ball's going to get tapped away. And here comes Ahly, and that ball is going to get tapped away right there. So the mid-block of both teams are doing their best not to allow that that space right through the middle of the park. Here's Redondo. And he's going to lay this one off to Avilas. Here's Messi. Here's Busquets. Now to Falcone, who's going to play this down the right-hand side to Avilas. Here's Frey. Nice little touch. As Allen's going to play this one back, here's Redondo. As Inter Miami is looking for a way in, they're looking for runners. And so far, Ahly is not giving him too much space. Here's Messi. Lays it off. Redondo. Here's Segovia. Here's Allen. Back to Segovia. Plays it in. Redondo. Nice little touch. Here's Segovia. Outside the box off the left-hand side. Tipped away. And he's going to have to play this back to Falcone as Miami's going to reset again. And that ball's going to get chipped off the left-hand side. Here's Allen. He was going to lay it back off. Here's Sergio Busquets, who's going to have to play it back again. And now Miami, again, is going to reset. Credit Ahly. That defense is not giving up any space. Here's Messi. Oh, good deflection. And now there's a counter. That ball's played forward. Oh, it's just too heavy of a touch, and Miami gets on it. Ahly is just right now just not necessarily all that clean passing in the counterattack. As they're only getting a few numbers forward. That passing's got to be a lot cleaner. Too heavy of a touch right there. But Ahly will retain possession now. As that ball's going to go wide left to Zizou. Zizou lays it off. And they're going to have to play this one back. Here's Zizou, back to number 7 right there. And they're going to have to play this all the way back to their right center back, who's going to lay it off to their right back. Miami, I got to give credit to Miami. Defensively, they are right in the passing channels. And they have no choice, but there's the ball over the top. He was wide open. In the box, shoots! Oh, they're going to say offsides. Oh, yeah, he was kind of offside, man. As they were taking a shot. Oh, yeah, he was offside by a full step. And it was Wessam Abu Ali who was wide open. And there was no way he could have been that wide open without being offside. And that looked like we're going to have our first goal. Ooh. Let's see. We have Paul Brown who says, response, Tell being a good move. Don't know. Pretty short-sighted in my opinion. We don't desperately require such position. Just need this as blocking pathways to our own youth. Yeah, but that being said, Matisse Tell is actually youth. He's only 19, bud. And he's got a high ceiling. So I don't have a problem with it if the number's right. Paul Brown goes on to say, could have put money towards a number 6, yeah, potentially, or number 9, or another number 10. Typical Tottenham business, but he'll step up and improve, hopefully more, and company don't get overlooked, but we need a DM and a left back. Paul Brown agrees. I actually think that our DMs are okay. I would like to see 2 wingers, one off the right, one off the left. So it looks like Ahly here will have a free kick as Wessam Abu Ali is standing over this one. They're number 9. As this free kick is going to be a little centrally, we're talking from about 20, 25 yards. As we are in the 31st minute here in Miami, Florida. Here's Ali's free kick. There's the ball. Shoots. Save by Ustare. As that shot was right there to the top portion of the net, but Ustare was there to deflect that one up and over. Good save right there. Good free kick by Ali, by the way. But quite an easy save right there for the keeper, as this thing will go out for a corner kick, as they're going to say it's going to be off the right-hand side. As it's going to be, and it looks like it might be, Zizou. Zizou is going to be taking this corner kick here for Ali. That ball's going to get whipped in. Number save! Ooh! Oh, good ball that was whipped in. And Ali had 3 guys right in front of the net. One of them got their head on it, and Ustare made a huge save, and that was cleared off by Falcone. And here comes Miami now, and it's going to be Segovia up the left-hand side as he's looking to get that forward, but unfortunately he's going to have to play this one back. Here's Busquets. Wow, this should have easily been 1-0. Credit Ustare in net for Miami. He's made a couple huge saves so far. Wow. And that ball's going to get switched up the left-hand side to Allen, who's going to lay it off to Luis Suarez, who's going to play this forward. Ooh. Oh. Double covered, and now Ahly is going to have the counterattack here. And no whistle. No whistle as that ball's going to get played forward. Falcone's going to head this forward. Miami retains possession here. Wow. As Messi tries to play it forward. But there's a turnover here as Ahly is trying to keep possession, but Miami's absolutely clogging the passing channels here. That deflection is going to go off to Falcone, and it's going to be an Ahly throw in. Yeah, that was a beautiful corner. And was that Ahly right there that got their head on it? No, it wasn't. Damn, that was a good header right there off that corner. It should have been 1-0. Good save right there from Ustare. Oh, nice. Here's the turnover. Here's Messi trying to play it forward. That ball's going to get picked as now it comes down. There's that through ball was just too much right there. As Ustare is going to kick this forward, there is a man down. It looks like it's Messi. He's on the turf right now. As we look to see what it is. Oh, yeah, okay. He kind of got kicked in the knee right there. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it didn't look necessarily all that severe. I think more than anything, I think Messi's just taking himself a breather right now. 100%. As we are checking in. Yeah, from the chats so far, I don't have a problem with Matisse Tell coming in. Me personally, I think Mikey Moore probably is better off going on loan this year, whether it be in the Championship or League One. A controlled loan move where they can keep tabs on him, preferably in the Championship. I think he's probably at that level. At a championship level, going to a team that's going to be like Norwich City or Coventry or some a team like that where very well coached, and a team that's going to be in the in a promotion push. I think that would do him a world of good. You could also send them Leyton Orient down in League One. So play resumes here, and it's going to be Ahly in possession. As that ball is going to be worked up the right-hand side to the right back. Chip forward. Nice little layoff right there. And here comes Ahly. That ball's going to get – I have no idea what that was. That ball was just played high right into the hands of the keeper. And Miami are going to play this forward. Here's Aviles. Here's Sergio Busquets. Here's Segovia. Back to Busquets, who lays it off to Falcone. Back to Busquets now as Miami's going to try to figure out a way to penetrate the box here, as they are just looking for any semblance of runners moving forward. There's a ball forward all the way down the right-hand side, but that ball was absolutely scorched too hard forward as that ball is going to get out, and there will be a goal kick. So as we are 37 minutes into the first half, Ahly has quite far and away had the better chances. I can't necessarily pinpoint an opportunity with inside 10 feet that Inter Miami actually had a shot on net from the 6-yard box within that scope of 8 feet. They just haven't been able to work it deep into the box. They have had a few shots, but they were long range. and not necessarily on target, as Leo Messi is going to get taken down to the turf again. And he wants a yellow card. I don't think he's going to get it, though. But what he is going to get is a free kick here from about 35, 40 yards outside, off the right-hand side. So here's Messi, who's going to be standing over this one. Let's see what Inter Miami is going to be able to do. Here's Messi, chipped it in, punched away by the keeper. And there's Zizou, nice little layoff. Here comes Ahly, numbers forward on the counter here. Oh, nice cut in. Lays it off. Tried to play it forward. And there's a whistle. And it looks like Trezeguet is down on the turf holding his foot. I don't think there's going to be a card here, but the question of whether or not, oh yeah, okay, so Aviles came in sliding, and it looks like it got Trezeguet right there on the foot as he's still down on the turf. I don't think there's going to be a yellow card there. Maybe a little bit of a late slide, but that being said, I would probably assume there's going to be a set piece right here from right outside the 18-yard box. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that might have been a bad penalty right there, because now Ahly is going to have a set piece right here from right outside the 18-yard box, right at the right corner here. There's the ball. It's going to be whipped in. Headed away. Ahly will retain it. That ball's going to get whipped in again. Redondo is going to clear this. Ahly will retain possession. That ball's played all the way back. Keeper's going to come out to make a touch here. As we've reached the 40th minute here in the first half. Still 0-0. Here's Zizou down the left-hand side. He's going to stop. Ooh, nice play centrally. As they're going to play this one right back out to the left-hand side. Play it in. Too heavy of a touch. Yep. Oh, nice slide. Nice slide in. Ooh, cuts it. Oh, it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. Oh, as Zizou draws a penalty with inside the box against Falcone. He's shaking his head. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As we will watch the replay here. That ball was played in centrally. Zizou cut in onto his left. I see. As he goes out and he draws a penalty, and it looks like it's Segovia is actually the one. They're going to say that he pushed him down. I don't know, man. It looked like Zizou just tripped. Oh, boy. Oh, so it's going to be a penalty for Ahly here. I don't know. They awarded it, though. I would love to see if VAR is going to at least take a look at this one. As of right now, it looks like Trezeguet is going to be taking this penalty for Ahly. As Ustare is getting ready in net. Here's the penalty. Stutters, shoots, save! Oh! Ustare makes a save on the penalty. Oh no! Oh, that ball was played to the strong side of the keeper. as Ustare guesses right. Absolute save. The rebound just was not strong enough as that goes right back to Ustare in net. Inter Miami keeps this game knotted at zeros. Phenomenal save. Phenomenal recognition right there by Ustare in net. Wow. Oh, it's still literally, it should be 2-0 right now. But unbelievable saves, a couple saves in this first half from Ustare. And it's still 0-0 as we're approaching the 44th minute here. And there's going to be a goal kick now for Ahly, as they're going to try to play this one out the back here. And they're going to try to boot this deep. Nice little header right there by Allen. Excuse me, by Alande. And now all of a sudden they're going to reset. Here comes Avila's now. Unbelievable. What a save. And here's Segovia now is going to come deep to make a touch from the left wing position. Wow. Here's Redondo. Trying to hit Suarez, who's going to play this out right to Frey. Messi makes a quick touch. Frey's going to play it forward. Here's Segovia in the box. Oh, tipped away, but Redondo's going to clear it up. Here's Messi. Ooh. Ooh, I think that one hit off the woodwork. As there's David Beckham. Looks like Arsene Wenger is there. Wow. All right, so we've reached 45. There's going to be 3 minutes of additional time before we get to the first half. Wow. Unbelievable. All right, as we're getting back to this one, that ball's going to get deflected off the corner. That's going to get tipped down to Messi. Played in. Here's Segovia. That ball's going to get tipped, and I think that's going to go out for another corner now. Unbelievable. As this match right here is going to kick off the tournament. Here's Messi. Swings it in. Tipped away. As Messi's going to corral this one. Moves in. Tipped away. Segovia. Whipped in all the way to the left-hand side. Here's... Ooh! Ooh! What a defensive play to clear it off his line. Tipped in right into the hands of the keeper. Unbelievable. Wow, Suarez tried to play one back in. And I think that might have been Ahly that was on the line to clear it. As Miami had a clear header in, but that ball was kicked off, tipped into the hands of the goalie. What a defensive play right there. Unbelievable. This has been just an entertaining first half all the way. Oh, as Inter Miami will get possession as Ahly tried to counter right there. Credit Miami for their ability to get numbers back, to shut that down. As we are about 2 minutes and 30 seconds now into stoppage time, so about another 30 seconds before both of these teams will hit the locker rooms here at the half. And it looks like Miami is just eating clock here, trying to get to the half here. And that ball's going to get booted all the way forward. As Alonde tried to make a play for it, that ball's going to get tipped out. And I think that's going to go to Miami. As Ahly is down on the ground right now for Ahly. Yeah, that was Ahly. That was the striker that came in to make that play off the goal line. As it looked like Alonde had a free header right there. And we will get to the half here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable first half. All right. So we have so here's Shamu Vandabu who says Trezeguet is how it's pronounced. Well, I appreciate that one. Or it's Trezeguet. Okay. Wayne Bonner says, damn, haven't heard Trezeguet in a year. Good player, former Juve in France. Okay. Dan Davenport says, hey, bud. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, bud. And it says Gattuso is the new Italy head coach. Good for him. There was some rumor that Ange Postecoglou could have been up for that job, but it's good to see that Italy's got a new head coach. All right. So before we get into let's do that first. Let's get into the halftime stats here. All right. So in the possession battle right now, Inter Miami holds the possession battle 58% to 42%. But as far as shots, it's all Ahly. 6 total shots, 4 on target. And they also, I think the corner battle is even at 2 as well, too. Let's see. Let's go back real quick. All right. Hold on real quick. Yeah. So, the possession battle is 56-44. Shots on goal, Ahly 7 to Inter Miami's 4. Shots on target, it's 5-0. For Ahly. Fouls committed, 5 for Inter Miami, 3 for Ahly. Yellow cards, Inter's got 2. Red cards, obviously nil. Corners are even at 2-2. So there is that. All right. So as far as the Club World Cup is concerned, we do have some matches tomorrow, as Bayern Munich will open up their Club World Cup against Auckland City of the New Zealand Premier League. Maybe. I know they're from New Zealand, but I don't know what their league is called. PSG versus Atletico Madrid tomorrow at 3:00. Palmeiras of Brazil plays FC Porto. Seattle Sounders will take on Brazilian side Botafogo. On Monday, Boca Juniors of Argentina takes on Benfica. Flamengo plays ES Tunis. Fluminense takes on Dortmund on Tuesday. River Plate takes on the Urawa Reds. Uslan takes on the Mamelodi Sundowns. Monterrey of Mexico takes on Inter Miami on Tuesday. Man City versus Wydad AC. Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. And for those, that's the Saudi Pro League team that Cristiano Ronaldo plays for. Wednesday, you're going to have Pachuca versus Red Bull Salzburg, and Al Ain versus Juventus, and that's going to open up the first week of the Club World Cup. Now, the question is do I do that live stream tomorrow? I think I probably will. PSG versus Atletico, I think that absolutely is, and I think Dan Davenport says it right here in the chat. That is an absolutely tasty fixture. Wayne Bonner also repeats that. But, for the opening kick, man, let me just say this. For the opening kick for this to open it up, this has been an absolutely fantastic first half. And one of the things that I like about it is the fact that, one of the things that I absolutely love about it is the fact that both teams are showing absolute guts in this first half. From the opening whistle, both teams were willing to take shots, pepper shots over the top, challenging back lines, not afraid to get afraid to getting numbers forward. And it looked like within that opening 10 minutes, Inter Miami was maybe getting numbers forward a little bit better. But I would probably think that for a good portion of that first half, Ahly was doing everything right. They were finding free spaces and absolutely exploiting it. I think they had three shots within 10 feet of the box. And if it wasn't for Ustera, Miami's goalkeeper, this is probably a 2-0 game. So all credit to Miami's keeper. But really, for the most part, Ahly is the one that has really been taking advantage of space. They're utilizing the counterattack as what you would think. I had a feeling that this was going to be a match that speed was going to play a huge role into it. And sure enough, that first half really manifested that one. And sure enough, they actually had right there at the end of the first half, they had the penalty that was absolutely saved beautifully by Ustera. And so instead of it being 1-0 at the very least, it's 0-0 at the half. So the question is what is, who's going to be the first one to strike first? And I do believe it's going to be Ahly. I just think that their speed and their pressure is something that I don't think Inter Miami can handle in certain clips. And as this game progresses, right? So you're looking at, for Inter Miami, you're looking at Sergio Busquets, Leo Messi, and Luis Suarez, and whether or not they're going to be able to hold up for, the full 90. That's going to be a very good question. I'm sure they're going to play it. But that being said, it's, you're wondering if they're going to have the energy levels to withstand that, as Ahly looks just like the fresher team. Dan Davenport says Ahly should have had a pen. Yeah, 100%. They should have. And listen, he should have went top right. I'll just say that. You played to the weak side of the keeper. He went right to the strength of the keeper. Let's see. Shamu Vandavu, Auckland City will smash Bayern Munich. Auckland City was originally Central FC, which was where I started. Awesome, man. By the way, obviously Auckland City is Auckland's in New Zealand. So what is the name of the league in New Zealand? Let me know what that is. Those are part-time players with full-time jobs. Yeah, that's what I love about it, though. That a team like that could make it all the way to the Club World Cup. Yeah, Ahly had the pen saved 100%. Inter Miami haven't looked convincing the first half. No, they haven't. Here's what I will say is that they've been very good defensively. That's what I will give them credit for. There has been numerous times where they would lose the ball right at the halfway line. And as Ahly was turning upfield, trying to counter quickly, Inter Miami had numbers back and were able to clog some passing lanes right there. So I thought in certain aspects, Miami defensively has looked good. But that being said, man, overall, Ahly is just the better team right now. Wayne Bonner asked, when does the MLS season start and finish? It starts in February and it ends in late November. Let's see. It's called the National League. Okay, nothing special. It might be sponsored by DTOL or something like that. Okay, the National League. Dan Davenport says, I fancy Bayern to beat Auckland City convincingly 4-5-0 Bayern. Yeah. Would you be like, let me ask you a question. Would you be surprised if they didn't lay 5 on them? Like if it ended 2-0? Shamu 6'10". If they had me, they would get a goal. Okay. You're that good, bud. Wayne Bonner says 1-0 Auckland. Get in, Wayne. I love it, man. I love it. So now that we're at the half, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons as well too, because obviously we're in a race to 1,000 subs, and the prize for number 1,000 is going to be a kit of your choice. I don't care what it is, man. If you want a Tottenham shirt, I'll get you a Tottenham shirt. If you want a Liverpool shirt, whatever it is, man. If you even want something obscure like an Ahly shirt, man, I'm going to hook you up. That is what I do for my subs here on Stateside Footy, man. As we hit milestones, there is going to be something for number 500. There's going to be something for number 1,000, man. As this channel grows, and it is rapidly growing, man. I take care of those that take care of me, man. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank those that have already subbed, man. I am absolutely eternally grateful. As this channel is growing, it's not even a year old, and I think that so far, man, I've been very blessed to be able to have those subs. I've been blessed for some of the other content creators that actually like my takes and welcome me on their channels, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, again, man, make sure that you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Shamu says we have New Zealand futsal rep called Dylan Mannequin. He's not bad. You know what's funny is I've seen futsal, and I gotta say that I actually enjoy it quite a bit, man. It's fast, man. It's like hacky sack soccer. It's absolutely it's actually a brilliant game. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. Auckland City's FC's third kit shirt should be the gift. Well, I have to check that out. But let me actually hold on real quick. Let me check that out. All right, let's check it out. Is it the green one, Shamu? Is it the green one? Because that actually looks pretty slick. It's like a black jersey with like green trim. That actually looks pretty cool. Let's see. Dan Davenport says Beckham's home in England is about 8 miles from my home. Beckham's home. Okay. I got you. Oh, okay. So it's a yellow kit. Hold on, let me check it out. Real quick. I think I'm on you right here, Shamu. Give me 1 second, real quick. Let's see. Let's see if I got it. Is it this one right here? Is that the one you're talking about? The Michelob Ultra yellow with the blue checkers down the middle? Let's see. Heaps of Croatians in New Zealand got that club going. Okay. That's not surprising. Let's see. Steve Channel All Concerned. Yeah, okay. What does that mean, man? All concerned? I don't know. Yep, that's it. And Spurs vibes. Yeah. See, that's the thing is I'm not a big fan. I don't know how you feel about it, but I know that Tottenham has used the yellow thirds for a while, but I've never been a fan of the yellows, man. I got to be honest with you. Never been a fan of the yellow thirds. I used to really enjoy the all navy kits. I always thought those were pretty cool. Essentially the Tottenham blue. We are definitely getting set for the second half here in Miami. For those that are tuning in right now, Ahly and Inter Miami are knotted 0-0 at the half. As Ahly has actually been the better side of the two in that first half, just in getting just the fluidity in the attack. They've looked cleaner. They put far more dangerous. They've had the far more dangerous chances, and if it wasn't for Ustari and net, this game is probably 2-0 at this point. Let's see. Shamu Vandebu said the 90s Holsten one is class. Yeah, see, you know what? I actually like those as well too. I actually like the badge on those old Holstein kits as well too. But this one right back here, right over my left shoulder, the Clint Dempsey 2012-2013, which I believe I have right here. This one right here with the Arsma. This one right here is that one right there. So I'm kind of partial to that one. I was never really a big fan of the Under Armour, but how about this? Right, this is the jersey. Sometimes I wear. It's the Ada Bayor. Get a load of that one. For all you Spurs fans that absolutely got ran silly with Ada Bayor back in the day. Yeah, that's funny. I got one. Let's see. Wayne Bonner says, I don't mind a Spurs yellow kit, but I've always preferred the blue shirts, and I really like our black kits. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that as well, too. If the black kits are done correctly, right, I'm a big fan of it, but I'm all about the blue, the all blue kits. I will say, though, that this year's home kit, the 2024-2025 home kits with the blue sleeves, was never a really big fan of the blue sleeves or the blue stripes down, but when they wore the yellow shirts in Europe, the white shorts in Europe, where they had white on top, white on bottom, I thought it actually looked a lot cleaner. But I was a big fan of last year's kits, the 2023-2024 home kits. Those ones were actually quite nice. I'm a big fan of the all lily whites. I don't like the blue, man. I don't like the blue sleeves. I think it looks tacky. Sorry, man. I'm just keeping it real. I was not a big fan of this year's home kits. Let's see. Shamu Mandavu doesn't even pay for a ticket. Parks his van on the grass by the car park and sits on a ladder all game. Wish the black kit this year was a full blackout kit with a black Spurs badge. That would be cool. That would have been cool. Like matte black, like a black kit with like a matte black cockerel. That would actually be pretty cool. I would be down for that one. Similar to Brazil Dortmund one. Yeah. As we are waiting, and it looks like players are starting to come out of the tunnel now as we are getting set for the second half. And the question is what Miami's going to have to do in these first 10 minutes. And I would probably think that it would be not 100% a sellout for that goal. But that being said, being on the front foot and being aggressive and trying to get numbers forward, maybe play a little bit more centrally, although Ahly really has done very well with the mid block. There's just nothing that they can produce. It almost seems that Inter Miami has been stuck on the wings. Checking in now for Inter Miami as Aviles goes out, and it looks like Marcelo Wegnet is checking in now at center back for Inter Miami, and it looks like we are going to be set now for the start of the second half. I want to thank everybody who stuck around, the 87 of you guys. And I do want to thank Shamu Vandevu and Wayne Bonner in the chat. Same thing with Paul Brown, Dan Davenport, all of these guys, man. I love seeing you guys. I'm glad that you guys stuck it out and were willing to, hang out, even though I would probably assume that it's past midnight there in the UK. So I definitely want to thank you guys for taking time out of your nights to join me tonight. Very cool move on your part. We are getting started, and there's the kick to open up the second half now, as Inter Miami will have possession. And here's Wignet, who's going to play this back to Falcone. And here comes Miami, trying to play this one forward. Nice little pass centrally to Messi. And there's a whistle right there, yeah, as Messi will hit the turf. And I'll give them credit, man. I'll give Ahly credit, man. They have had a dude absolutely glued to the back of Messi. Messi does not have any room to breathe out there. So very good decision to man mark Messi. Essentially take him out of this one. As Miami now will try to play this forward, and it's going to get played back. And here's Falcone as they're going to try to cycle this to the left. Here's Sergio Busquets. And it looked like That was Alonde that played it back to Falcone. As here's Wegnet, who's going to try to play this one forward. Actually, no, that was, excuse me. Looked like that might have been Noah Allen right there. As it looks like Wegnet is actually playing a little farther forward up on the right-hand side right there. So, and it'll be a goal kick here for Ahly. As Miami, listen, it is what it is, right? Ahly has taken away the central part of the pitch here and has essentially kept Miami stuck on the wings. And they're doing a very good job. And that ball is going to be kicked out of bounds there by Falcone. So it'll be an Ahly throw-in. And that ball is going to get thrown all the way back. Smart move here. Back to the keeper now. Who's going to play this one up the left-hand side now. And that's going to get laid back to their center back there. As now they're going to try to rotate center backs. It's going to go down the right-hand side now. Nice little play right there. Miami's pressing. And dare I say they're doing a pretty good job of it right now. As here comes Ahly now. Down the right-hand side. Looks like that's Zizou. Who's going to lay this one off. And there's a ball up the left-hand side. Oh, he's going to beat his man into the box. Shoots! And it just goes wide. Nice opportunity right there for Ahly. Good opportunity. Ball was played right over the top. Good defense, though, by Wegnet right there. Taking away the angle as that ball was knifed well wide of the post by hold on. Let's see what Shamu says right here. He says it's pronounced Trezeguet. There you go. By Trezeguet. Yeah, so it's 1:13 in the morning. Gee, damn, it's 2:15 in the UK, and he's going to rewatch the Bucket Man video link I put in the chat back soon. Okay, I'll check that out. As Miami is going to have the ball taken away oh wow, it was a bad pass, and that ball is going to end up going out. Now it's going to be a Miami throw right there, as Ahly was looking to retain possession, but that ball was just terribly kicked out of bounds. So Miami will retain possession right here. Here's Allen down off the left-hand side. That ball's going to play it all the way back to Asturi. As he's going to boot this one up the right-hand side. Tip forward. Here we go. Nice little layoff. Alonde is going to get his pocket picked, and now Ahly will now try to counter. Miami takes the ball away, lays it off. Here's Messi. Messi dribbles, lays it off. Here's Suarez in the box. But it looked like Segovia. Did that go off of Segovia right there? Nice little layoff from Messi to Suarez right there, who played it in. Yeah, it's going to be a corner. As Leo Messi, everybody's favorite Argentinian model, is going to be taking this corner right here. Here's the ball. It's whipped in. Headed away. Wegnet will keep this one in. Here's Redondo. Busquets plays it back to Redondo. That ball's going to get played in. Deflected. Oh! And it looked like Alonde there had a point-blank shot at net, and that was snared by the keeper right there, as Ahly could not clear it, and it fell right to Alonde, who puts a shot on net. Oh, and that ball just, stopped by the left hand of the keeper. If that ball was just like a half inch lower, that ball's going in right there. First real good opportunity for Inter Miami in this match inside the 6-yard box, as Ahly should have paid for that mistake, not being able to clear that one out. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. As here's Ahly as they are playing this one out of the back. Nice movement right there by Segovia. And now they're going to try to play this one forward as that ball goes back to the keeper now, as he's going to lay this one off to the right. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. As Alonde tried to come in, that ball's going to get deflected in midfield. Miami is going to get the ball, and here's Allen now, who's going to lay this one back. That ball's picked, and now here comes Ahly on the break. Bad touch right there, and there's a whistle. Another crucial mistake right there by Ahly as they were trying to get numbers forward. That was a bad touch. Inter Miami was able to get on the ball right there by Redondo, who goes down to the turf. Whistle blows, and now Miami has possession here. As Falcone's going to play it in to Segovia, who's going to lay it right back out. As we're getting a good look here. Here's Busquets, who's going to try to play it forward. Misplayed. Here comes Ahly, tipped away. Miami's going to get possession. Redondo's going to play this one forward. Down the right-hand side. And Alonde couldn't get it. As the keeper smartly comes out to kick that ball away. Miami will throw in. Lays it back to Falcone. Plays it forward. Here's Segovia. Tried to tip it over to Messi right there. Good defense by Ahly. As the keeper will hold this one and will just lay this one off. So far, man, defensively, Miami's played the first damn near 10 minutes of the second half pretty well defensively. Ahly just cannot play through the middle of the park right now. As they're going to try to work this one up the wing as that ball goes forward. Nice play by Falcone to take it away. Deflected. And Falcone finally boots this one up the field. As Ahly is going to try to play this forward, but right to... as Messi was looking for a foul right there. He didn't get one. As that ball came down to Messi, and one of their midfielders just steamrolled Messi. But there was no foul. Let's see what Ahly can do here. By far the better team of the first half, and so far they've looked a little tentative here in the second half as Miami has done themselves a favor. That ball's tipped away. Ahly retains possession as they're going to try to work this one up the field. But they have to lay it back. And listen, man, it looks like Miami has, turnabout's fair play because they can't necessarily work through the middle of the pitch. Ahly, essentially for the first 8 minutes of this first 8-9 minutes, have been stuck on the wings themselves, trying to figure a way into the middle of the park so they can actually turn forward and move forward and get numbers going forward. They just haven't been able to do it. As that ball is going to get played forward, tipped away by Falcone, that's going to go out. And I think that's going to be an Ahly throw-in. Yep. Tip forward right there. And they're going to have to lay this one back. Oh, nice little play right here. And that ball is going to get switched all the way to the left-hand side. But they're going to have to play this back a little bit. Nice little layoff. The ball movement in this possession going forward has been absolutely superb. As they're working this up the left-hand side. They're going to try to cut in, lay it off, plays it back out to the left, tip back, and I think they're going to have to play this one back. Yeah, they will. They played themselves into a box. Miami overloaded the left-hand side. They had no choice but to reset. Here's Zizo now on the right side, 1v1. Ships it forward to Ahly. And it looks like Redondo's trying to play this forward. Here's Alande. Lays it off for Messi. Nobody there. Segovia back to Messi. Here comes Suarez down the left-hand side. Nice little layoff there. Here comes Segovia. Here's Messi. Cuts in. Shoots. Save. As Messi put one on point blank. Not much on that one right there. Easy save for the keeper. As Miami now will just chip this back to the goalie. We are in the 56th minute here in the second half. Still 0-0 here in Miami, Florida at the Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Busquets to Alande, who's got to play this one back. Here's Falcone. Falcone actually has had himself not a bad night tonight at center back. Played pretty well. And here's Frey. And it looks like Miami has actually gone to a back three now. And here's Allen up the left-hand side making a run. Corrals it down. Lays it off. Here's Suarez. Plays it over. Deflected. Cleared. Played back in by Allen. And here comes Ahly as they're going to try to break up the left-hand side. 1v1 coming through. Tries to cut in. Lays it off to Zizo. Zizo plays it in. Here's the shot on net. Save by Ustare. Nice ball movement to get a good shot on net, but very good save right there by Ustare. As Ahly was able to work that a little bit more centrally. Very clean moving the ball centrally. And let's see what we got. The Auckland City fan painted the street lamppost outside his house, the club colors as well. Effing hilarious. I asked him about it, and he said he just put on his biz when he did, so no one would ask anything. Bright blue and yellow, the word yes in big letters. We have Hamster Gamer. What's up, bud? Good to see you, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, my guy. And then since they were playing at the Hard Rock Stadium, the man of the match should get a new guitar. That would be sweet, man. That would be sweet if they got a new guitar. As that ball's going to get out. You know what? It's interesting, right? So, yeah, you know, the top attempt creators, total attempts at goal 8, and Messi's got 4. But that being said, though, you know, credit Ahly, man. They've essentially man-marked him out. Here's Messi. Tries to cut in. Messi lays it off. Shot on net, and that goes over the crossbar. Ooh. I think that was Bray right there. Good attempt right there from Miami. Nice little layoff from Messi. That shot just, yeah, that wasn't clean. As they are showing the replays of the last couple attempts. So here's Ahly. That would be cool. A man in the match getting a guitar. I think they would probably enjoy that. There's a throw in from Miami. Here's Messi trying to turn up. Nice sliding tackle right there from Ahly as that ball is going to get out, and I think it's going to be a Miami corner here. As soon as Messi gets on the ball, there is a man right on his ass. Unbelievable. I love it, man. I love the tactical awareness and just to be able to just say, listen, man, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us, but Messi's not going to do it. Speaking of Messi, there's the ball. It's going to be whipped in, tipped right to the back post, and there's the keeper to corral it. as Miami nearly put one in right there. There was a header that got flicked on, but no dice. As Ahly is trying to play this forward. There's Falcone, who tips it forward. Here's Busquets. Here's Allende. As they're going to try to run this one to the box. That's good defense right there. That ball's going to get played out. Good defense right there by Ahly. It'll be a Miami throw-in. Here's Frey. Redondo. That ball's going to get played all the way to the left. Here's Allen. Lays it off to Segovia. There's nobody right now is trying to attempt to make a run, as they're just going to cycle this out to the right again. Here's Frey. Plays it forward to Wegnet. Drops it in. Allende. Got to play it back to Redondo. Here's Sergio Busquets. Here's Messi, who has dropped deep to make a touch right here. As Messi's going to try to play this one forward. Suarez leaves it off. And there's a whistle as Messi goes down. Oh, yeah. Home dude just came over and just put his right foot right in front of Messi as Messi goes down. And it looks like Ahly is about to make a change here. So there is a free kick for Inter Miami. And some fat broad who's ringing a cowbell from the stands. That was very unappealing. I got to be honest with you. That chick was ringing a cowbell and she was kind of shaking everything. Very distressed. So here's the free kick, and Messi's going to stand over this one. We are in the 63rd minute now. Match is still 0-0. Here's Messi. There's the shot. Ooh, and it just goes wide to the outside of the net. Ooh, I thought it went in for just a second there. That looks so good. Messi puts one on. And it just goes wide. Off the side netting. Seriously, I thought it went in. It just went wide. Messi's been close twice tonight on free kicks. Let's see. Steve, there is talk that Darwin Nunez will get sold by Liverpool in the transfer window. I have heard that. I'm not a big Darwin Nunez guy, but I also, offender squire. I also believe, like, that's the thing. It's like I've never been a big Darwin Nunez guy. I don't believe in his ability. Shemu says, or since his Club World Cup, the man of the match should get something special done for their family. That would be kind of sweet. Like his son gets $2,000 worth of Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. That's good. Here, kid. Here's a $2,000 gift card for Paw Patrol. As Ahly is going to play this one out the back. I'm not a big fan of playing out of the back. I understand the reasoning, but when you have teams that are going to press, man, it makes it harder. It makes it that much harder to get out of your side of the field versus just playing it forward. Here's Ahly. Shots. Save. His home dude was left right open at the top of the 18-yard box, and he put one on as he gets a pass Frey, but Ustari is there to clean that up for Inter Miami, as that ball is going to get played forward now. Taken away by Ahly, who are not going to rush things right now. As they lay that back to the keeper, they're going to have to reset. And that ball is going to get switched down the right-hand side. a little too far forward as Allen's going to tip this forward. Here's Sergio Busquets. Here's Messi. Lays it over. Oh, and he did find Segovia cutting into the far post. That ball was just a little too hard as it gets over the foot of Segovia and out for a goal kick. But that was a nice play right there by Messi again, who was looking for runners, and he found one. Just put a little too much on it as it gets out. No, she's kind of cute. She's kind of got a cute-ish face. Not my type, but whatever. As that comes forward now. Here's Ahly trying to play out of the press, and they do down the right-hand side. As Segovia is trying to get back to try to cover the space, and he does. As now they're going to try to play this one centrally. Ooh, yeah, is there? Yeah, that's going to be a whistle right there. That's going to be a whistle on Sergio Busquets right there. As they had ample room to turn and move forward as Busquets comes. Puts him down on the turf, and that's going to be a free kick now for Ahly. And play will resume as they're going to lay this one off. They have to play it back. So far, man, Miami has been a little bit more dangerous now in the last 5-10 minutes. Far more dangerous than Ahly. They're getting better numbers forward, better commitment. That's a turnover. Here's Messi. Down the right-hand side, here's Alande. A bad touch. Oh, and here's Wegnet. Ooh, that's going to get out. Good defense right there for Ahly. And it looks like home dude is holding his hand. Maybe an injured finger right there. But here's Redondo now after the throw-in. Covered by three red shirts. They play out of it. Falcone. Here's Frey. Here's Redondo now. As they're going to try to figure a way to get in. Trying to find Luis Suarez. As that ball is going to get played and out. And I think that's going to be a Miami throw-in. And Allen will be charged with the task of the throw-in here. And they'll just put it down for Luis Suarez, who is going to try to switch it all the way to the right-hand side. Here's Redondo. Alande. Lays it off to Messi. Messi into Suarez. Suarez all the way to the outside. Here's Alande. Too heavy of a touch. Oh. And now here's Ahly. Running free down the left-hand side. That ball's going to get kicked out. And I think we got ourselves an injured player down. And we do. As we look at the injured player, it's going to be Ahmed Kuka, who is currently down now for Ahly as that whistle blows. And it looks like he's on the turf withering in pain. I don't buy it. I think this is just a breather. And it looks like Inter's going to make a change right here. And it looks like Ben Kremaski is going to come on now for Inter Miami. Ben Kremaski has gotten caps with the U.S. men's national team under Maurizio Pochettino. None lately. But Kremaski was also involved in the Olympics last summer. So there is that. All right. Let's see. All right, so still got 90 going tonight. I do appreciate all those guys that are tuning into this one. So we are in the 71st minute now here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, and it looks like Ben Kramaski is going to check in now for Inter Miami. Kramaski does have links to Europe. I did hear that there has been talks with 3 teams in the championship, and then also some interest in La Liga for the young American. And I think that's also quite important. You know, there's a lot of guys in Major League Soccer that can play in the England game. You know, but that being said, you know, it's opportunity, it's timing, and maybe we will see a few players leave this summer. I think Diego Luna needs to make a move, and I think Diego Luna right now could probably play in the Premier League. He is a special player. So Segovia comes out now, and here comes Ben Kramaski on for Inter Miami. And the Egyptian faithful are now waving their cell phone flashlights now in the crowd. I don't know what that, you know, maybe that's the old lighter thing. You guys remember that in rock concerts where people would put their lighters up? I think that's kind of the same thing. Oh, that was a bad opportunity, bad chance right there from Messi. Gets it blocked. Now they're going to play this forward. And it's Zizou who's going to lay it back. And there's a whistle. Yeah, 100%. And it looked like, yeah. And it was going to be a foul on Cello right there as he came running back. Yeah, and he absolutely flatlined Ali right there. Yeah. So it's going to be a Miami free kick now. And it's going to be, it's going to be an Al-Ali free kick from deep. Here's the ball. It's whipped in. Back post, tipped away by Allen. And now here comes Inter Miami. And it's Redondo. Lays it off. Suarez all the way up to Kramaski up the left-hand side. Kramaski's going to lay it down to Suarez. Suarez plays it a little bit more central. Here's Busquets. Tried to play it in for Suarez. Nobody's there. That ball's going to get pinged around a little bit. And here it's going to fall to Suarez. Suarez, ooh, nice block. Oh, and Suarez was free on the right-hand side, and he just absolutely lays an absolute cracker. But credit the defender right there who made a sliding block. As that's going to get out for a corner. As we are approaching the 75th minute now. Still a 0-0. Still 0-0. As Messi will head to the corner. As that ball gets tipped forward down to Suarez, who took a touch forward and then tried to put an absolute cracker on net. Good block right there. Good sliding block. As we will get to this corner here. Here's Messi. That ball's whipped in. Headed. Pinged up. Redondo. Ooh, and that goes wide. And it was looking like Suarez was trying to get a back heel on the ball. And he couldn't corral it. So that's going to be a goal kick. Ooh, Miami has been close. As we are getting ready. As Al-Ali will have a goal kick as they're going to try to play this one out of the back. As this ball is going to get booted forward. Nice little touch. Here's Zizou. The speed. He's going to try to get around the corner. That ball's whipped in just a little too hard, and that will be kept in. Wow, look at the speed. That was looking like a Miami throw-in. As that ball's going to get switched all the way to the right. Sizzo's going to lay it off. Cuts in. Headed away. Deflected. Ahly will keep it, as that's going to get headed away by Cello. And Ahly will still keep possession as the pressure is going to get ratcheted up a little bit. Nice little play. Ooh, that's going to get out right there. I think that's going to be a corner, as Ahly has been putting on the pressure. And it looks like they're about to make a double change. And I'll have those subs ASAP as soon as they are announced. As Zizzo will take the corner now for Ahly, who is going to blink first. Credit Inter Miami defensively. They have been good, and lately for the last 15, 20 minutes, they have looked dangerous on the attack as well, too. Here's the ball, whipped in. Back post, well over as that's going to get out, and it's going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. As Zizzo just overshot the crowd in front of the net right there. So both teams are desperately missing that final pass, that link pass that will open it up. As Allen will throw it in. Ball's going to get played up into the air. Here's Suarez. And they're going to say, wow, they're going to say that whistle's against Suarez. Interesting. I don't necessarily see that. But here come the substitutions now for Ahly. And it looks like their main man up top is going to come out. And it looks like Gradishar is coming in. And it looks like, so Wessam Abu Ali and Zizzo will come off. And coming in will be Gradisar and Muhammad Afsha for Ahly. As play resumes, as Ahly is going to try to bring this one up the left-hand side to no avail, as that ball is going to get laid back. As they're going to try to play this back up the left-hand side, as they've been trying to rip down that left-hand side. As here's Gradishar now against Frey 1v1. They have to lay this one back. Successfully they do. Sitting in the middle of the pitch. That ball's going to get swinged in. There's just nobody there. As Ustare is there to corral this one. And checking in for Miami in just 1 second will be Fafa Piquet, who will check in. Fafa has actually had himself a nice little decent showing run of late. Good form. Could be a difference maker for Inter Miami here. I would probably assume that Alande is going to come out for that one. We'll see. Here's Falcone, who's going to play it back to Ustare. And here comes Miami now. Nice little tip forward. Oh, here we go. Here comes Cello. And there's a whistle. Cello was running forward, and he immediately gets taken down. And I was absolutely right. So Alande is going to come off. And here comes Fafa Piquet. The MLS, the MLS journeyman that is Fafa Piquet. He's been around forever. As play has stopped, as we will get back to it in just 1 second as soon as it resumes. Let's see. Hamster Games. The Hamster Gamer says Footy, Frimpong, or Pedro Porro. Well, one's a winger, one's a right back. So Frimpong probably. Dan Davenport says Inter Milan has been poor. I think they've looked better in the second half. But yes, attack-wise, I would probably agree with you. Sun or Mbemo? Mbemo, 100%. At this stage, you kind of have to go with Mbemo. So play has resumed here. Here's Miami. Here's Messi trying to make something happen. He's going to have to lay this off to Redondo. He's going to play it all the way back. Here's Frey. Now down to Falcone. Off the left-hand side, here's Allen, who's going to play this all the way back to the keeper. And they will reset. I absolutely hate that. I hate it when they play it back to the keeper. It makes no sense. Here's Kramatsky. As Inter Miami just can't seem to get that runner moving forward. As Falcone's under pressure here. And there's a whistle. And, it's just odd, right? Because, like when Falcone's holding the ball, he's essentially willing somebody to make a run. So just so he could play something over the top. He's just, he's getting the statues right now. Here's Frey. And Frey, by the way, has not been as electric as the first half. Frey was absolutely wide open down that right-hand side all throughout the first half. And this time around, they've elected to go down the left-hand side for the majority of their attack in the second half. As Ahly has essentially overloaded the left-hand side. They just know exactly how Miami's going to try to attack them. But there is a whistle right now. As we are in the 82nd minute. And I believe it's going to be a free kick. As Leo Messi will take this one deep off the left-hand side. As we have reached the 83rd minute now, as we are getting close to the end of the full time here. And that ball is going to get headed away and out for a corner. Good defense right there by Ahly. As it will be a corner. It looks like is it going to be a short corner, or is Kramatsky going to play this one in? Yeah, it's going to be played short. Here's Messi. On the left-hand side, going to try to cut in. Kramatsky plays it back to Messi, who puts one in. Header! Ooh. Oh, and Papa PK nearly put Miami up 1-0. Nice little layoff from Kramatsky. Messi puts one in, and Fafa PK gets on the end of it, but heads it straight into the turf as it bounces up and over. But there was, it looked like the keeper did put a mid on it, so it's going to get out for another corner. But damn, that's another good opportunity right there for Inter Miami. And Fafa, like when you're essentially getting open headers unmarked, man, you got to put those away. And Fafa Piqué, again, open header, and he just drives it right into the turf, man. Oh, those are the type of things, man. That man, that's going to come back to bite you, man. When both teams are searching for one, and now we're in the 85th minute, man. These little mistakes. You can't make these mistakes. But that being said, I will say that for both teams in the opening match to get a result, especially for a team like Inter Miami, most MLS teams that are going to be competing this way, if they can get results by hook or by crook, they'll take them. We'd like to see at least one team, MLS team, make it out of the group stages. As this will be a corner. Now there's a yellow card for the shenanigans down there on the goal line. Here's that ball. It's going to be whipped in. Header cleared away. And Miami will try to keep possession, and they do. That's going to be headed back down, and Ahly is now going to clear it. But that being said, man, they're up the left-hand side. There's going to be no whistle there, as the yellow card will go to Sergio Busquets. And here comes Kremaski. That ball's going to get deflected and out. So it'll be a Miami throw-in. All the way forward down there. Here's Kremaski. Down the left right-hand side right here. Here's Messi. Turns, heads back up the right side. And he gets his back pocket picked. Sergio Busquets will corral the free ball right there, as Redondo will lay it down to Frey, who immediately plays it back up to Sergio Busquets up the right-hand side. There's a flick. Just a little too hard forward. A little too hard moving forward as Ahly's keeper comes out and corrals it. So let's see what they do here. We're in the 87th minute now. And they're going to play this one out of the back. They're going to lay it off. See what they do. Now, it looks like they're just going to try to kill time here as that's played forward. Nice little pass moving forward. Here we go. Acres of space now as they're going to try to move forward. That ball's going to be played off the right. And that's going to get deflected and out. And it'll be a corner kick now for Ahly as we are pushing the 88th minute, as they got numbers 4 right there. They had acres of space to move down the central area of the pitch as they try to play it off the right. They tried to chip one in, but it gets deflected out of play, and it'll be now a corner kick for Ahly as they are searching for their first goal. As the fans are rocking their Pharaoh hats, their Pharaoh headdresses in the stands. You gotta love how Egyptians party, man. They came here to party. Here's the corner. Whipped in. Headed away. As Ahly will keep possession on the right-hand side. Ooh. Oh, what a slide tackle to keep possession. Now that's going to get played all the way to the left. That's going to get deflected out. Is that going to be a Miami throw-in? As we're in the 89th minute now, and it will be. How do you miss that, Fafa? It just annoys me. As Miami will throw this one up the right-hand side, and it'll get out. And Ahly will have a throw in here, as they were trying to isolate Ben Kremaski down that right-hand side, but good defense as that ball just bounces out. And Ahly will make their move up the pitch here, off the right-hand side. Centrally now, the ball goes centrally and played back. As they're going to move down the right-hand side now. They're going to play this ball a little bit more centrally. 5 minutes of stoppage time now. As we are in the 90th minute now. As they're going to try to play this down the left-hand side now. There's try to pass a good deflection right there, but Ahly will retain possession. As they are going to be swapping it centrally between two midfielders. Nice little cut in right there. As they're going to try to lay this down the left-hand side. Nice little ball into the box. Oh, he tried to turn and move forward, but there was Frey to take the ball away. And Ahly, look at the hustle. And here comes Miami. It's Messi. Cutting through the middle. Lays it off. And there's a whistle and a yellow card.
Thanksgiving dinner came, but I was alone. A note.
As it looks like it's going to be Atatia is going to get called for the yellow card right there, as Cello is moving through the central of the pitch and he just hits the turf. Yeah, there's going to be a yellow. So now Inter Miami now we'll have a free kick here, as we are now in 90 plus 130, as we are marching down towards the end of this one. Can Inter Miami come out of here with a result now? Ooh, here's Suarez, the left-hand side of the box, cuts, pocket picked, as Ahly will try to clear this one. Miami will retain possession. There's a whistle on Falcone, though, and he can't believe it. He's absolutely going bananas. Yeah, that's a whistle, man. That's a whistle. Nice little play. That's going to be tipped forward. Here comes Ben Kramaski now. Down the right-hand side, he's going to stop and cut. Lays it off to Sergio Busquets, who will play it to Redondo now. Redondo off to the left to Allen, who's going to cut right back in centrally and lay it off to Falcone. Can Miami get that elusive one goal that they've been chasing? Here's Busquets. Plays it back to Frey, who's going to cycle it over to Falcone, who lays it off to the left with Allen. And Allen's going to have to play this all the way back to the keeper. And it almost feels now that Miami is just eating up time here. Maybe they're going to be content with the result here. Get 1 point to start this tournament off. Would be a fair result for Inter Miami. They've done some nice things tonight, but overall, they have been wildly inconsistent in the attack. Ahly has had better opportunities in this match, although Miami did just have an absolute tasty opportunity with a free header by Fafa Piqué that was driven right into the turf. Here's Busquets now. Plays it forward. Headed away back to the keeper now. 90 plus 330. As this match concludes, I will give you my man of the match, because I think I've already isolated it. It almost has to be. Here comes Messi playing forward and just gets ran over. No whistle. Good defense right there. Good positioning to take away the angle and get the ball. As you can see that Ahly is playing with a sense of urgency now. There's a player down. Here comes Redondo laying this one off. It's going to be Cello. Out to Busquets. Here's Redondo. Here's Messi. Plays it out left to Fafa Piqué, who's in the box. Cross. Oh, and Suarez was kind of going for a bicycle right there for some reason. And he is taken down. As we are in the 90 plus 430 now, as we're approaching the 95th minute. And it almost feels like this thing is going to end a 0-0 draw, as looks like Luis Suarez is going to get the yellow card right there with his displeasure, with the displeasure of the call from the ref. He's going to eat a yellow here, as we are now in the 95th minute, and I think this is going to be the last play. As Atita is down, he's now going to get up, as he was on the turf for quite a minute. And this just might be it for Inter Miami. This might be the last play of the game right here. This corner kick from Leo Messi. As we are waiting for the whistle here. There's David Beckham. And here's the ball. That's going to get played short now to Allen. Tip back to Messi. Messi's going to play one in. Back post. Oh. Great save right there And now it'll be another corner. Here's Suarez as El Shawari right here is down on the ground, the keeper for El Ahly. As that ball came into the back post. Ooh, and he got a nice little hand on it as it ricochets off the woodwork. And he took a he took a nasty fall into the side post there, inside his own goal. Actually, it's the lower frame that he hit. It looks like his whole side and his back hit off that lower frame right there inside his own net. And now he's down. As we are in the 90 plus 6, 45 now, as the physios are on the field right now, playing, putting a little spray on his back as they are trying to milk this thing now, as this is probably going to be it for Miami. They're going to let him have this final play. Physios are off the pitch as they're waiting for that whistle. It's going to be Luis Suarez taking this corner here. Can Miami get a last second hero? That ball's played in. Ooh! Oh, and Falcone just missed it. Oh, Falcone missed it. Again, got his head on that ball. As it'll be another corner. Suarez plays short. And here comes Ahly racing up the right-hand side of the pitch. Past midfield. Cutting in. Lays it in. Oh, and that ball's taken away. Unbelievable. He should have passed the ball. He had a runner in. And I think that's going to do it. As we're in the 90 plus 8. And that is it. As Inter Miami and El Ahly will play to a 0-0 draw to open up the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. And Hamster Gamester right here. Why do you do this for me, man? Why do you do this to me? Donovan or Dempsey, huh? Well, considering I got Dempsey on my wall, man, obviously you know which one that I prefer. Of course it's Deuce, man. Of course it's Dempsey. But listen, man, I still have a lot of love for Landon Donovan, though. But Clint's the man. We have Dan Davenport who says, Steve, I have a foster family in San Jose, California. Yeah, I don't mind San Jose. Cool little town. Dan Davenport, yep, 0-0. And Shamu Vandevu will say, how did they F that chats up at the end? That's a great question. All right. So for those that are tuning in, we have concluded the opening round match of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Inter Miami and Al Ahly played to a 0-0 draw. Now, for me, it seemed like it was a tale of two halves because I do believe in the first half, Al Ahly were the better team. I thought they were getting forward better. I thought they were a lot more dangerous in the attack. They had 3 very good chances to put a goal through, but Ustari, the keeper for Inter Miami, had himself one hell of a match tonight, keeping that out, including a penalty, which was an absolute beautiful save right there, and of course on the rebound as well too. But in the second half, Inter Miami also had themselves a few opportunities to go up 1-0. And I thought Miami actually played a little bit better in the second half when it came to being a little bit more goal dangerous. Fafa Piqué right there had a free header off a corner kick that drove it into the turf, and right there at the end, Luis Suarez hit Falcone right on the money, and he put it over the crossbar. And so for me, it is this match is really all about missed opportunities more than anything else. But I thought both teams really represented themselves well. But when you look at this tournament in a construct, right, when you look at the teams that are in it, for the MLS sides that are in it, getting results like this are an absolute bonus, right? Because I think a lot of people just assume that you're not going to see an MLS side make it to the knockouts, get it out of the group stage. But, that being said, man, when you have these type of performances, right, and you're able to walk away with the result, man, it gives you a little bit more confidence as you're moving into the group stage, getting yourself into the group stage and having that, having the confidence that you can go up against better teams. And me personally, I was impressed with Ahly, but I don't necessarily know if they're going to be able to move past it. I'm going to look at just out of curiosity, and look at the groups real quick because I'm curious. Let's see. Let's check out these groups right here. And so they're in Group A, and Ahly and Inter Miami already played, but they're also in a group with FC Porto and Palmeiras of Brazil. The question is would you be surprised if Inter Miami can move on as one of two teams moving forward? Do they have what it takes necessarily to either beat Palmeiras or Porto? I don't think so. But that being said, when you get results like this, it will give you some confidence moving forward. Group B kicks off tomorrow. Atletico Madrid, Botafogo, PSG, and the Seattle Sounders isolate in Group B. The question is who's going to be moving forward in that one. Botafogo is an excellent team. For those that don't know, they play in the Brasilia, the Brasilia Serie A, the Brazil Premier Division. They are phenomenal. They're a very good Brazilian side. But Atletico and PSG are in this group as well too. And I think if there is going to be a team that's going to give Atletico and PSG a run for the money, it's going to be Botafogo. For Seattle, I just would like to see them get a result. If not two, if they're able to get a couple draws in this one, I think that would be a successful tournament for the Seattle Sounders. Group C is going to be Auckland City, Bayern Munich, Benfica, and Boca Juniors. The interesting thing here is the wild card in this one is going to be Boca Juniors, the Argentinian side, who play very good football. But that being said, you probably think the front runners are going to be Bayern and Benfica, but I wouldn't sleep on Boca Juniors. I could see them moving on out of the group as well too. In Group D, it's going to be Chelsea, ES Tunis, Flamengo from Brazil, and then Lyon from France. Let's be real. It's going to be Flamengo and Chelsea. Let's just keep that real. Group E is going to be Inter Milan, Monterrey, River Plate, and the Ura Reds. I would probably remiss if I didn't think the Inter Milan is going to get out of this group, but the battle is going to be between Monterrey of Liga MX, which is in Mexico, and River Plate, which is in Argentina. Both of those teams are unbelievably dangerous. But that being said, I would probably assume that River Plate's going to grab that second spot in that Group E. In Group F, it's going to be Dortmund, Fluminense, Mamelodi, the African side, Mamelodi's Sundowns, and then you have Uslan. It's probably going to be Dortmund and Fluminense. Group G, it's going to be Al Ain, Juventus, Man City, and Wydad AC. I don't really know much about Al Ain, but Juventus and Man City probably are going to move forward in that group. And in Group H, you have Al Hilal, Pachuca, Real Madrid, and Red Bull Salzburg. The interesting thing about this one is, whether or not Al Hilal actually has the firepower to actually get out of the group. Granted, yes, they are in the Saudi Pro League and they do have some names on that team, but the teams that are going to be a little bit more complete are going to be Madrid, Pachuca, and Red Bull Salzburg. And I actually like I like the teams that the Red Bull, the Red Bull Corporation they put out. I'm a big fan of the Red Bull company. Salzburg, Leipzig, very good teams. All right, so we have, let's see, Dan Davenport says, I fancy PSG and Atletico going through, yeah. But that being said, man, don't sleep on Botafogo. All right, so as we conclude tonight's live stream, I would be remiss if I don't say that you make sure you hit the likes and subscribe buttons because, again, we're on the race to 1,000. But as we hit milestones, man, I'm going to give away some really cool stuff, man. So It's going to be a shirt of your choosing. So there's some incentives there's going to be some incentives for those out there that want to be subscribed to this channel, because, man, I like to take care of people that like to take care of me. And again, I would be remiss if I didn't say that I'm absolutely grateful for those that tune into these live streams. I just like to have fun and open up the world to what U.S. soccer is all about, because MLS is a very good league that has very good teams and has some of the best talent in the world. Unknown talent, because, again, not a lot of people pay attention to Major League Soccer, but that's what this channel is about. Programming for tomorrow, though. Now, the question is, I think I might do 2 live streams tomorrow, because as I go through this, tomorrow at 12, it all depends on what time that goes down at what time. Yeah, so tomorrow I can do, let's see, Bayern versus Auckland City, maybe. The problem with Atletico PSG is I think it starts at 3. And the Gold Cup also kicks off at 6 tomorrow with the U.S. and Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm definitely covering the U.S. men's national team tomorrow. As the Gold Cup kicks off, the U.S. men's national team will be facing the mighty Trinidad and Tobago as the Gold Cup 2025 kicks off. And I would be remiss if I didn't cover the Gold Cup. The tune-up matches against Turkey and Switzerland did not go the U.S.'s way. But that being said, the Gold Cup is a tournament that I would think that favors the United States men's national team. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern. So that leaves the 2 matches in the afternoon with the Club World Cup, which is going to be Bayern versus Auckland City or PSG versus Atletico Madrid. So maybe I'll do both. I don't know yet. I do not know yet, but I do know for a fact that the U.S. men's national team will be a part of the watch along for tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I know that for a fact. I'm curious to see exactly how this team rebounds after those 2 losses against Turkey and Switzerland. Let's see. Dan Davenport says, I used to watch some MLS matches when Sky Sports had the right. I got to know about Jan Duran and Miguel Almiron before he went to Newcastle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Johan Duran, before he ended up in Villa, man, was in Major League Soccer, and he ripped it up out here too. Very good soccer player. And then, of course, Dan Davenport says USA haven't looked convincing under Poch so far. Yeah, they really haven't. Very interesting reasons why. And my theory is, before I go, and I'll just tell you really quickly, that I don't think the priority is with the national team with U.S. players. And what do I mean by that? Back in the day, the players needed the national team, because if you remember the 90s and the 2000s, and even some of the 2010s, there were a lot of players that needed the national team as their platform to make them known to European clubs, coaches, and agents, right? So that's why they needed the national team, and that's why it was so important that they played hard with the national team, because that was essentially their audition for European play. Now these players today have been handed very good opportunities at a very young age, right? Christian Pulisic went to Dortmund at 16. Gio Reyna went to Dortmund at 17. Weston McKennie, went out to Juventus at a very young age. Tyler Adams ended up, in the Red Bull system, at 20, right? So it's like, listen, man, a lot of these guys have made their money now, right? So they don't necessarily need the U.S. men's national team as a platform, right? So it's not necessarily a priority, and it's a shame too. But it's also the fact that, we play in CONCACAF, right? There's only so many times that you can play Panama or Mexico in a span of 3 years. Like, you're going to be playing them 20 times in 5 years. And it's very hard if you're like a guy like Christian Pulisic coming from Milan, making that 16-hour flight back to the U.S. to play Panama on a friendly. you're probably not going to be motivated. It is what it is. All right. I want to thank the 87 of you that are tuning in. And I want to thank all of you guys. And it looks like that 84 of you are coming across the Twitter feed there. And I want to thank everybody in the chat as well, too. I really appreciate your guys' contributions tonight. Dan Davenport says Pulisic lived in England when he was young. Boy, his dad was based at American Air Base near Oxford. Yeah, for sure. With his Croatian background, though, he was able to get a European passport that allowed him to play prior to his 18th birthday in Germany. So that's a little, Christian Pulisic fun fact. By the way, I want Christian Pulisic in a Tottenham shirt, 100%. All right. So I want to thank Dan Davenport. I want to thank Shamu Van de Foo. I want to thank Hamster Gamer. Let's see. Wayne Bonner, thank you so much for tonight. Paul Brown, thank you tonight. Let's see. Casey Flockhart, Paul Brown. I appreciate all you guys that took the time out tonight, man. It's very much appreciated. Again, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, guys, because again, man, I am on a mission to make sure my subs go up. So I'm very grateful for all the stuff tonight. So that's going to do it for me. Tomorrow I will be back with another watch along. Definitely the U.S. men's national team versus Trinidad and Tobago, but it's going to be a toss-up of which Club World Cup match I'm going to cover tomorrow. That is still up in the air, but definitely tune in because it's going to be fun, man. You guys enjoy your night. Get to bed. I know you guys over there in the UK have been up way past your bedtime, man. So get to bed. And I hope you guys enjoy your Father's Day tomorrow. Make sure you guys call your dads. Tell them that you love them. If you're within vicinity, stop in. Take them out to breakfast. Take them out to lunch, man. Let your dad know how much you care about him. It's a very important day. And if you ask me, it's actually far more important than Mother's Day these days. So make sure you let your dad know you care about him. Take care, guys. Have a great night.
Rusted goalposts under fading skies.